I think the biggest general type of mistake I see with web design is that it's not balanced. That you can look at a site and you can see it's been overly influenced by one type of person. So you see, for example, the compliance to fit with accessibility has meant that visually the site does nothing for the brand. It's not a compelling experience. On the other hand, you get the opposite situation where you might have a retail site where it's been totally designed in Flash. It doesn't work in terms of accessibility or usability, although it might look quite good visually. So it's about having the right hybrid approach with the visuals, the accessibility, the usability, and increasingly with the social networking, getting user content. So I love the Firebox site, for example, where people can submit their own videos and their own commentary, and it's amazing what's on there, and I think it really helps sell the products by having that user involvement. So something that I would say is really important is to have an online value proposition, OVP as I call it, which would allow you to really explain your unique point of difference and to get across that you're actually a trusted provider. So things like testimonials can help with that, or the number of users you've got. If you look at the Salesforce.com site, a business-to-business example, they're really good at doing those things. Now, some of the other mistakes that you would often see are really the goals for each page aren't clear enough. So to my mind, each page needs to be designed around the calls to action and what you're looking to achieve. And you can see this by doing the right tracking, which pages aren't resonating with the audience and they're immediately hitting the back button. SEO would be another area. Often web design agencies are very skilled at doing the visual design and the technical design of the coding and the style sheets, integrating with databases. But I think there's some basic rules of SEO that web design agencies, if they know, they can do a much better job for their clients. Yeah, I think there's one final mistake you see with web design, and very few companies get this right, and the site design just isn't sufficiently flexible enough. And often you can see why that's the case because of the content management system that's used. But web technology changes so often that you do need a flexible design, that you can try new approaches, you can move different content pods, calls to action around the screen and see what's working, what's not working. Amazon's one of the few companies I think that does this well. They're continually trialing new approaches, and they'll tell you that they look at these they'll use multivariate testing to see which messages, which images work best. LoveFilm would be another, the DVD rental company would be another company that does that. But I've seen some sites from major brands where they're sending millions of pounds worth of traffic to landing pages, and if you looked at the page this year, it would be the same as it was last year or the year before. And you can't tell me they're getting the most from that when some of their competitors are updating the pages daily almost.